Hello, this is Earl Purdy, and I'm here to do Course in Miracles lesson number 233. I give my life to God to guide today. I give my life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. I give my life to God to guide today. I give my life to God to guide today. Try it. It's almost like a tongue twister. I give my life to God to guide today. I give my life to God to guide today. Father, this is the prayer. This is the prayer. Father, I give you all my thoughts today. I would have none of my thoughts. I would have none of my thoughts. In place of my ego, fearful thoughts, give me your own thoughts, God. In place of my thoughts, give me your own thoughts. I give you all my acts as well. I give you all of my actions as well. So that I may do your will. So that I may do your will, I give you all of my actions as well. That I may do your will instead of seeking goals which cannot be obtained and wasting time in vain imaginings. I give you all my acts as well. Today I come to you. 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 I will step back and merely follow you, God. I will step back and merely follow you, God. I will step back and merely follow you, God. Be you the guide. Be you the guide, and I the follower. Be you the guide, and I the follower, who questions not the wisdom of the infinite. I will not question the wisdom of the infinite. I will not question the wisdom of the infinite. I will not question the wisdom of the infinite. I will not question the wisdom of the infinite, nor love whose tenderness I cannot comprehend, but which is yet your perfect gift to me, God. It's love that's so powerful that I cannot even comprehend it. Today we have one guide to lead us on. And as we walk together, we give this day to our guide. We give this day to our guide with no reserve at all. This is God's day. This is God's day. This is God's day. And so this is a day of countless gifts and mercies unto us. This is a day of countless gifts unto us. This is a day of countless gifts and mercies unto us. So let's review. What is salvation? 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 Salvation is a promise made by God that you would find your way to God at last. The promise that you're going to find your way to God at last cannot but be kept. Salvation guarantees that time will have an end and all thoughts that have been born in time will end as well. God's word is given every mind which thinks that it has separate thoughts and will replace these separate thoughts of conflict with thoughts of peace. The thought of peace was given you the instant that your mind had thought of war. There was no need for such a thought of peace before, because peace was given without opposite and merely was. But when your mind is split, there is need of healing when your mind is split. So the thought that has the power to heal the split becomes a part of every fragment of the mind that still was one but failed to recognize its oneness. And since you failed to recognize your oneness, your mind didn't know itself. Your mind thought its own identity was lost. Salvation is undoing in the sense that salvation does nothing, failing to support the world of dreams and malice. Thus, salvation lets illusions go by not supporting illusions. Salvation merely lets illusions quietly go to dust, down to dust, down to dust. And what illusions hid is now revealed. An altar to the holy healing name of God, whereon God's name is written, with the gifts of your forgiveness laid before it, and the memory of God not far behind. Let us come daily to this holy place and spend a while together. Here we share our final dream. Our final dream is a dream in which there is no sorrow, for our final dream holds a hint of all the glory given us by God. The grass is pushing through the soil. The trees are budding now. And birds have come to live within their branches. Earth is being born again, a new perspective. Night is gone, and we've come together in the light. We've come together in the light. For here we give salvation and healing to the world from here. It is here salvation and healing was received. The song of our rejoicing is the call to all the world that freedom is returned. Freedom is returned. The time is almost over. And you have but an instant more to wait until God is remembered. Dreams and fears are gone. Eternity has shined away the world, and only heaven, which is happiness now, exists at all. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. I give my life to God to guide today. That's your lesson. Let's say it a minute. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. Give your life to God today. Give your life to the Creator. Give your life to your Creator. Let your Creator guide your life today. Declare that you're going to let the Creator guide your life today. Determined to let your Creator guide you today. Be determined to let your Creator guide you today. Let God guide you today. The lesson for today is, I give my life to God to guide today. I give my life to God to guide today. Yeah, you hear it? It's feeling. I give my life to God to guide today. I give my life to God to guide today. I give my life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. Take a breath, take a deep breath, and go, I give my life to God to guide today. I give my life to God to guide today. I give my life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life, you give your life, you give your life, you give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life to God to guide today. You give your life. You give your life. That's right. You give your life, your entire life to God to guide today. You give your life to love. That's what you're saying. You're saying, I give my life to love to guide today. I give my life to love to guide today. You're giving your life to love to guide today. This is Earl Purdy. Check me out at my website where you can listen to many of my classes at www.earlpurdy.com, and let peace extend from my mind and my heart to yours.